Hello, hello. Welcome. Take a moment here, make sure everything's working just exactly right. Let's see here. Get that guy. Okay. All right. Hello, hello. How we all doing? Looks like I got Ace, Ed Banks, Wayne's in the house, Elliot, Drew. Welcome, Damon. Got the Leningrad on Monday? Yeah. I thought they were going to do the Cossack for some reason, but I don't know if they're in trouble with these British destroyers or what. Day 45 of coronavirus and devil's lettuce. Let's get salty. Yes, it's probably going to happen. At some point. Try and hold off. Oh, wait, that's a cool little screenshot. Alright. Got labor in the house. Stylo. What up? As you can tell, we're going to be doing Soviet destroyers today. Could get interesting. Got Drew, Christian, Jay's in the house. Hey Jay, how you doing? Chris, Lee. Welcome everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate that. Jacobus. Bill's in the house. Hey. Speaking of Bill and members, well, Bill was joined a couple streams ago, but should give a shout out to the new members last stream. I think Austin and Matthew both joined, so thank you very much for that. I think I'll be doing the Sims video today for those of you that are Sims members, so stay tuned for that, probably tonight. Mopar. Booze Fighter. James, what up? Tickle Fight. Midway Bear Club. Salty's in the house, hey. Hello, Mike Turner. Alright, so yeah, Soviet destroyers might not be the easiest class to play on stream, we'll find out. I think you kinda have to pay attention when you're playing these ones. What do we think of the Tier 7 Soviet battleship? Well, I don't know too much about it. I mean, the Tier 3, Tier 4, the Premium Tier 4, and the Tier 6 have all been pretty damn good. Can't wait for you to tell us all to not buy Leningrad. Yeah, we'll see. I'll be getting that one tomorrow, and then I got a long day at work tomorrow, so see if I can get a review up Monday night, if not Tuesday. It sucks. Oh, the police are all over anti-lockdown demonstrations. Stay at home, get drunk. Hey, Saxman, what's happening? Yeah, it's probably better not to be messing around with that sort of thing. Not gonna be here long? That's alright. Appreciate you just swinging by. Channels filled to the brim with fresh semen. Let's see. I suppose we should look at the commanders, because you do have two interesting options. Well, there's always three options. So Von Essen's the Dmitry Dewey. This guy actually I've slated to boost at least about level 11. I want to test this base trade out. Maybe throw it on the German cruisers. Would be my primary target for this one. Basically allows you to continue to penetrate at steeper angles when the enemy's angling against you. Uh, these type of generic commanders usually work pretty well for destroyers. Travel speed of torps. I mean, they're more torp boat focused in their build. Although you could put this on there, that's not a bad option for this. Concealment, as you see in my builds, I'm not really favoring too much for these lines. Traverse speed could be interesting. Yeah, if I was going to set this guy up for destroyer, I'd probably throw that on there. Because you got to keep in mind, besides the tier 7 right now, the torps are not really that important for this line. Same thing with this. Maximum speed would be pretty good, and then you can make a case for smokescreen. Probably throw this one on here for some more dodgeability. Ace coming in hot right now. It just says, yo, thank you very much. Do I think I'll ever do a 3-man collab? Well, right now, at least Spartan, I don't know what Hound plays on, but Spartan doesn't play on PS4, so it's not easy to directly collaborate with them. Have a nice stream, spam free, and small number of dues. Hey Ben, what's happening? What commander would be best for Leningrad? We'll have to play the ship first, but anyway, that's Nikolai von Essen. Again, I think that's a pretty good inspiration, at least on paper. Next option's Guren. He came with the Gremmy, so a lot of people had him previously. I actually set this up. I was testing kind of torp boat setup for the Tashkent. And this was actually a pretty decent setup for that ship. That ship's kind of unique in its playstyle compared to the rest of the line, as we'll see. But I think I also was using him on the Grammy, obviously, for a while. I think I had this. Yeah, it looks like that. So this is an interesting part here, the incoming dispersion, plus the range increase. Both things very, very nice for this. So for me, Guren's highlight is this. His base trait's AP Pen. Not horrible. AP is pretty good on these. And you can enhance that further. I don't like the decrease in HP aspect of this one. Otherwise, I'd run that. And then here you can do speed. You can put concealment on here, but again, not my main thing. I don't know why I'd be on here. Just to get a little closer in the torp range, I think. Delay stream. I think we put it on there because last time was a little aggravating. Troops, though, is my main choice for this. I think this is a pretty good build. I got Vine here, kind of the increased or incoming dispersion. Sims, we're getting some more HP per tier. I only got him level 11, so this could be more effective if I ever get around to buffing him. And then here, we're cutting down the reload. Adding some torp detectability, help dodging those torps and close range barrels. Significant increase in the guns. I'm planning on... I don't have any promotion or commendations, I guess, but eventually you could have a 10% damage boost, which is pretty damn huge. Now you lose more detectability, but we're already the most detectable. Here you have twist and track plus traverse speed increase, so and then here it's kind of a wash. Smoke screen. Can we play the Prinz Eugen? No, I don't own it. It's a better way to work one nation tree at a time or just jump around. I would recommend, if you're brand new to the game, I would recommend leveling up all your ships to tier 3, then all of them to tier 4. And then if you have the patience to level them all to tier 5, that would be my recommendation. It'll give you a good foundation of the game before you're moving up into the higher tiers. New players in higher tiers get their shit kicked in and they lose games for their teams quite often. So I would not rush to the high tiers personally. Oh, we got a tier 2 in this thing. I forgot about this. I've never actually played the Dursky. We'll be trying it out here. Fuck. A lot of upgrades. I guess we'll have to play it stock. I forgot this thing even existed. Because I got the early access for... let's see. Put that one on there. Anyway, we'll try that one. If you sell the Jean Bart, you get a fail award. Yeah, don't sell the Jean Bart. Anyway, I guess we can try the tier 2. So I do like to play all the ships in line. Yeah, don't sell premiums. I mean, what do you get? It's just not worth. I wouldn't sell ships in general. Eventually, you're gonna run out of stuff to do. So I mean, but here's why I wouldn't sell a ship. Is this all right? Where's the tier 7? All right, so this thing cost 18 million, right? How do you sell a ship? So 18 million, I get 11 back. So that's a 6. It's at least 18. Maybe it's even more, but I thought you got 50% back. Whatever it is, it's a massive loss of credits. And then someday, even if you think the ship sucks, maybe they'll buff it or something. And then you have to buy it back, so then you end up spending more. It's just not worth the time. Humble One, what's up? But yeah, don't sell any of your ships. Especially you don't do it if you're rushing up your first line, because then what's happened, you'll get up to your tier 7, sell your tier 6. All you'll have is your tier 7. Then you'll lose money every game, and you'll go broke. What's the next season going to be? Next season of what? Tursky's awesome. Well, let's try it out. Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, I could have just played a couple games and gotten the upgrades. I forgot that there was a tier 2. But yeah, Jean Bart, by the way, is like one of the most powerful ships in the game, so why you would want to sell it, I don't know. If yours came without a forward position on the throttle, then I would just not play it if it only goes backwards. Some of them have that defect from what I've seen. Alright, what do we got here? I'm assuming this is a short-range torper. Yeah, you can see the blue detection and then our torp range as well within that. And we're on the map Arctic, or Polar. Which I actually really like this map. All your upgrades go to sale price too? Oh, that's probably what it was, yeah. So I think you get half your credits back. Yeah, just don't sell any of your ships. You'll sell tier 2s. Well, yeah, me too. I mean, I don't keep tier 1 or tier 2, but even it's the problem with, I mean, selling a tier 3 and then buying it back is no big deal because it's cheap as shit. But if you sell your high tier ships, A, you're losing a massive amount of credits, and B, it's just not very efficient use of your time. Any idea what the next campaign will be? No. I don't think we've heard any. I haven't heard any clues anyways, so I don't know if they've said anything in their streams or whatever. Alright. Well, so I'm assuming if we upgraded the shit, we could actually increase the range. Oops. This isn't even a full game, it's 8v8. So on my destroyer advice video that I put out this week, I was like, don't sit behind islands. Of course, that's what I'm doing. There's a Dursky. I don't even think I've ever seen one of these. I'm sure, well, I probably have. We'll just assume it's a normal gunboat, Soviet style. Busted engine right off the bat. Nice. Let's see. Try some AP. At this range, normally tier 2 destroyer guns are pretty shitty. Doubt the AP would work. At that range, at least. But I think French destroyers will be next, possibly. There's a handful of options. So anyway, what we've done here is we've kind of sailed out of... We've been kiting away from that ship while shooting. And this is going to be a play that if I'm paying attention today, we'll make over and over again. You want to basically use your max firing range as the way to disengage with these ships. So if you're sailing towards them like we are at the moment, then you can't really do that. But once we get close enough that we can sustain a few volleys at least, going the other way, then we'll want to be kind of moving away as we attack people. And that'll allow you just to get out of there, if need be. Oops. This guy's going slow as shit. Close enough to actually get the torps involved. Alright, so the AP's not bad. 1-1-1. 3 shatters, 2 overpens. Aurora. The fuck is this? Oh shit. I like this map, but the islands are so frequent. Alright. And if anyone could aim, I'd be dead right now. Alright, so we're gonna have to just use the smoke to disengage. If someone else... Oh, I was gonna say, if someone else is spotting that dude, I'll sit there and shoot him, but... Of course they're not. Pensacola killed her desire to finish the USN cruiser line. Yeah, I don't know. I'd say that's probably the worst cruiser line in the game, personally. I'm sure there's plenty of people that would disagree with me, but... I'm assuming we have 4-kilometer torps. Might as well shoot some AP while we got them broadside like this. Obviously, low-tier players are not normally known for their turning. There, I only get like 500. I don't know if he's saturated or... No, just getting blocks, it looks like. So these shells... It's going to be up and down the line. You're going to want to get the AP going if possible, but you do have to keep an eye on the indicators on the right. And if you're not getting productive values out of those AP rounds, just switch back over to HE. The HE is good enough, but... Especially with the boost. That's another reason I like the troops build, is that's kind of the HE-centric build. Bang boats finally made a live stream. Oh damn, 1:40 a.m. Oh, glad you could make it. Hopefully you're not staying up too late. Alright. So if these were I don't want to let my... I don't want to suicide rush anyone right now and try and rely on my team. We're just going to assume pretty much all the players at Tier 2 are more or less brand new. Except for evil seal pirate hunters like me. Or pirate seal clubbers. Who is on the base? What the... Tenryu's full health. I don't know a lot about the Tenryu, but I normally am glad when I see one. Shit. Alright, we don't need to rush into resetting this base. We gotta kind of do this sequentially here. The guy to the northeast is irrelevant, but this guy's kind of blocking my approach to the base, and he's low. When we're in a late game situation like this, we want to remove the easiest targets first. That would be this guy. He might be able to kick my ass. That fucking guy lost to that dude. Alright. Oh! Looks like he burned out. Is this guy even playing? No, he's AFK. So it's a 1-on-2. That's alright. Got about a minute and a half, looks like. I think it's a 3-minute capture, so. Just gotta get back in time to reset the base. Come on, little doggy. Got these guns. Now it looks like the guy's actually pushing through the cap trying to support, which might... If we can kill this dude, which is a big if. There we go. Jesus. Workout for this early. I think I actually got off from the capture, so... If this fucking guy would die, holy shit. See, the problem is this other tenor is actually hitting a shot once in a while. There you go, you little fuck. Now the cheeky play would be to get a... Actually, I'm up on points right now. If I can disengage, he might be able to slip on base. But if I can bait him into chasing me, I can actually get a few more points on his base. I mean, I theoretically could maybe beat that guy if he's not particularly good, but the odds aren't great. I'd rather... He has a couple options to win, though. If he gets back on base, which it looks like he's going to. Alright. So this guy doesn't strike me as a brand new player. But the interesting thing is, I don't know what his detection is. I have no idea about these ships. But this guy might be able to spot them, so I might actually be able to utilize some cover. Especially if this guy shoots that V-25, should spot him. Let's see if this works or not. Oh, I spotted me. This map is so small, you can clear your detection range pretty quick. But yeah, you can see he has spotted right now, which is interesting. Oops. Shit. If he was just gonna sit there, I could have stopped. It's too bad I had to use that smoke, because I could really be bombing on this guy right now. AP is gonna work. Yeah, I got 3.5 minutes. I don't know if I can even kill him in that time. These guns are not that effective. Ambush time. Yeah, that would actually be a... I don't know. I have no idea how hard the Tenryu hits. I would have to think he could one-shot a 1800 HP, but maybe... It's too bad I don't have an engine boost right now either. The problem is, so to get by this island, to get close enough to torp him, I'm going to be within 2 kilometers, so he will see me coming. I'm going to have to kind of pick which way I think he's set up. Let's go this way. Yeah, we're just gonna have to kind of risk it. Because in the straight up gunfight, that guy's not close enough to spot him. Alright, so this island's 2 kilometers away, so should be right about here. Leads me to believe he's probably thinking I'm over there. Yeah, now he spotted me. Oh, he's moving. Oh shit, we got 3. He's trying to torp me, what a little fuck. Miss! Yes! Yes! Oh shit. That was the wildest tier 2 battle I've had in long time. No risk it, no biscuit, yeah. Ah, alright. So we burned our one good game of the day on that. Alright, that was pretty good. Anyway, that's the Dursky. So let's just check the upgrades. So you got hull. Normally I like to do hull most, or earliest. 10% increase the HP, rudder shift. You actually get an extra boost to the firing range on this one too, which is interesting. So hull looks like the top mod. And then the torps on these Soviets, you know, put them on there when you get to them, but whatever. Anyway, that's the Dursky. How do I sell this fucking thing? Oops. There we go. That was jammy. Yep, you got it, bang boats. Yeah, Bugard's fist. R.I.P. The man's deceased now, but in his day, he was one of the most feared enforcers in the NHL. You're cheering on the Tenryu, what the hell? Anyway. Alright, Izyaslav. This is the first one that I'm any familiar with. So, why do I have Guren on there? I probably didn't have... I don't know why I have Guren on there. I was probably testing stuff. We'll put troops on. Lil Pete, what's happening? More like the Derbski. I mean, that guy, that's just another example of why you shouldn't try and torp destroyers. All he had to do was shoot me once and I would have blown up, but he spent so much time aiming his torps that we got the salvo off. We hit him with the Citadel. He shot, but he only hit us with a couple shells. And then the torp started going in and we got him with another Citadel, so... It drives me crazy when I'm dead watching my team blow the match and you got a destroyer that's 2 kilometers away with another destroyer. The enemy destroyer is shooting him, but the friendly destroyer is just sitting there trying to aim the perfect torp while he gets whittled down. David's Gray's in the house. What up? I'll stick with Ty Domi. Yeah, he was a monster as well. But yeah, anyway, that's so it said, like, you know, if you used to play Call of Duty, it would say, like, killed by Bugard's Fist. It's just, something. Alright, so these firing angles on this ship, holy fuck, look at this. You have to go all the way here, if you look in the diagram. You can see when they're faded orange, they're not active. To get them all the way in, you gotta go all the way there, so... Not that it's as big of a deal on a destroyer. What are we doing here? I suppose I should be paying attention. Look at all these destroyers. Isakaze, Pear, and a division. V-170, Farragut. Farragut we gotta be careful about. Hey Mike, what's going on? Appreciate everyone tuning in. Hope you're having a great start to your weekend. Alright, so we better get over here and try and spot. We do have 2 cruisers. What do we got? A Doogie and a... Oh wait, no, it's a... Emerald. I wouldn't be massively keen on running in that pair of Isekazes just because they could put a... What do they have? 3x3 launches on this? They could get a lot of torps in the water. We got spotted here. I'm just going to charge in a little bit, try and see which destroyer this is. This is an aggressive play, but sometimes you have to be a little aggressive in these things. But he's obviously angled away, moving away from us. And now he can kind of keep us permanently lit, which is a major problem. There he is. Shit. But if we can actually get the guns on him, we would kick the crap out of him. So we should assume there's 2 of those Isekazes right here since they're in the division. I would normally turn around right now to get back to my support ships, but my support ships are... they were by me. Or at least 2 of them. This is way aggressive here, but this is a tier 3 game, so... Hello, Gobna. Now this guy's torps reload every 2 seconds, so... Better be careful here. Change our speed. Busted his engine. Now you're in trouble. And at least shoot at me, dude. I don't know what you're trying to do, but at least get a couple hits in. Now his buddy's trying to save him. Should be spotted since he's shot. He might have some torps ready, and we'll be careful. If we can get rid of these 2 right off the bat, that would be a major boon. Get rid of the division, get rid of their main torp threat. This guy's actually shooting. Pro level strats. This torp should be down for about 30-40 seconds, whatever it is. Should be an easy fight at this point. Smoke is not gonna save ya. Unless you run really quickly. Nope. Look at my cruiser just charging in down there. He might actually have torps up now. So we should... If that's the case, if we got a busted engine here, all we gotta do is make sure we don't get on his side so he can't torp us. I mean, I don't mind trading my guns with this guy. He's only got his back gun on me. His guns suck, mine don't. What I don't want to do is get caught with a torp from this guy. So anytime you have a destroyer that's either parked up by an island or busted engine like that or something, just try and stay in front or behind them. Alright, so we kind of... Looks like we did our job pretty well there. We got their 2 destroyers down. Let's evaluate. Koenig should go down here. We might as well try and get on their base. Protect this Doogie. Seal clubbing's not good. Well, we're doing tech trees, so we gotta play all the ships. Torp the smoke would also be a fine option. I just kind of wanted to gun the guy to death. Farragut will ride you hard. Yeah, well, the Farragut's still on the loose. Oops. I don't know. I think in a straight-up fight, I think the Soviets should be able to beat the Americans most of the time. If they can get in really tight, because they have much, much better turret traverse, then the advantage starts to go there. Can't just play it like other DDs. Yeah, this is a very specific playstyle to this line. Tashkent is kind of in its own little world at the end. It's still a gunboat, but it does have functional torps. The rest of these, I mean, once you get past tier 4, you don't usually get the torps going too much. I mean, the situation didn't arise here because we were dealing with the destroyers, but if you catch a battleship just aiming down the sights at tier 3, tier 4, you can normally just rush into them, put the torps down his gullet, and get away with it, especially if you have a lot of health like we do in this situation. So now we're using our RFP. The Farragut's coming at us. Maybe we'll get to see if he's capable of dealing with this power or not. If he wants to prolong the game, he needs to shoot this guy to reset him, and then I'll go and engage him. But he might just be running like a little pussy. Seal Club on Saturdays. Even the kid. I mean, the kid versus the Binks. I haven't fought it. I mean, I'm not saying it's an outright clear advantage to the Soviets or not, but the guns are just stronger. The Americans are quicker reloading. The American guns are a lot floatier at range, so whereas the Soviet guns are flatter at range, so it's a lot easier to hit shit at range. Alright, so we got Gremmy and a Hocknick coming up. Let's try the pod first, since it's the tech tree. When is the Lenin tier 6 or Leningrad or whatever it is? Must be tier 6. Just got the IO, but you want to grind out a cruiser line? Yeah, the Japanese cruiser line's the best, and it's the easiest to play. So I would start with that one, personally. Yeah, they had Hocknick torps. I think they have 12, if I recall. It's been a little while since I played it, but that one we might try and rust some battleships. My prognosis on this line, if you're wondering, if you haven't started it, I think it's a fun line to play if you can get out of the pure torping mentality. If you're so stuck in your groove as a destroyer player that you can't change how you play them, then you're really going to hate it. But if you can play them like gunboats that are going to be detected for most of the game, then they're fun. You can get into some wild battles. But if someone gives you $1 million opportunity, or says if you win one game for $1 million, what boat do you want to pick? I wouldn't pick one of these. French cruisers are fun, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of different good cruiser lines. He was just asking which one I'd recommend for new players. Lenin's tier 6, okay. Alright, so early on, we only have one destroyer. It's a T-22. I'm not worried about that, but in an open water map like this, I want to pull forward just enough to spot all these guys from behind my team. Now we're going to keep an eye on the cap, see where we can figure out where the destroyer is. If A or C, C starts to be captured right now, so we can assume, now that the cruisers are pushing in, it is actually a cruiser. But that was an opening clue when we're trying to figure out where the destroyer is. Now we can look on A. I got a line of sight on A. We can see there's no ship in there, so now we know the destroyer is there. But if there's multiple destroyers, I don't want to get so far in that I get spotted, because I'm going to get outspotted by the destroyer, then all these ships will shoot at me. So you just got to pull forward just enough to spot battleships, cruisers. That way your team can shoot at them. But you're not going to get detected. I think as soon as we capture this, we're going to go get... Oh, man. I'm going to go over here to A and see if I can spot this guy. While I was looking at this guy is, if you have a destroyer capturing a base and then you pull onto it, you can extend... Because this guy was spotted, he was actually getting shot at. You can extend how long it takes to capture by getting on there. So if you see a destroyer capturing a base in your team, just generally stay off that cap till he captures it. Unless there's a reason that you need to capture very quickly. But every time he gets shot, he starts accruing a portion of those capture points. And then, you know, he keeps getting reset. It can actually take longer than a minute to capture the base at that instance. Alright, Ishmael. I'm the only one down here. Shit. This is not what I want to do. Yeah, I'm dead. This is not the one time today we're going to get wrecked, by the way. But that's a pretty good example of what we're talking about, where we got to stay away from their support ships in this line. Just, I was not paying attention to the map. I thought we actually had some support over here. Well, that's a short game. Which was too bad, because the pause is actually a pretty fun one. Like, even if we somehow survive this, we're not going to be able to be effective at all. Look at this fucking ball. That's pretty interesting. Let's get some torps down for this T-22, just in case he's in hot pursuit. But that's kind of what you have to understand about this line, is the other destroyers are always going to outspot you, especially if you spec them out for not playing like any sort of boost with camo. Even if you got a max camo build, though, you'll still get outspotted. So because of that, if you're close to their support ships when you get spotted like that, then that's exactly what will happen right there. And these low tier games, I mean, if this is my team, they're all in one fucking smoke cloud. I actually want to let the T-22 torp this shit. I'm gonna see if I can let him get in there. We'll move over to C. Anytime we can get a triple kill on stream, even if it's for the other guy, I'd be willing to take it. This guy ran away, he's not cooperating. Run that shit back later, we'll see. It's just the nature of me streaming, trying to talk to you guys, and playing this line. I'm going to get blown up a couple times. That's just pretty much a guarantee. Alright. So once the smoke is blocking this thing, I can actually take a couple shots. Fuck. You gotta keep an eye on your map and see if you'll get detected when you start shooting or not. Oh, this team is really highlighting the efficacy of the black hole strategy, aren't they? Let's try the AP in the few remaining moments on Earth that we have. So here's a 7-kilometer range. It's not too far. Those are just the trials and tribulations. Black hole of death. Hey, what's up, buddy? The clump of teammates. I don't know why people do that. Like, it's actually, not only is it not good, but it's very, very harmful. Which we've talked about a million times. Okay, let's try the Grammy. A lot of you guys have the Grammy, right? Predict a lot of sunk DDs. Yeah, it's just, I mean, if you drew up a battle plan for your roster, let's say you had like 9 competent players, and you're gonna drop a plan ahead of time, like you would count on losing your Soviet destroyers before you would count on losing your Japanese ones. What's up, Byerly? Nick? How you guys doing? Got some old timers in the house. Anyway, the Grammy, we'll fire this one up. When was this? From Christmas? Nice your team to present the black hole strategy. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you'll see it all the time. If you ever see it work, that'll be the more interesting part. Santy's in the house. What's happening? You have the Grammy? Yeah, right. Alright, so what do we got here? Tier 5. Kamikaze is the only DD. A lot of cruisers. Alright. Wait, we got an extra destroyer. Oh, they got a guided too, so. Play Russian DDs like light cruisers. Yeah, it's kind of a hybrid of a cruiser and destroyer. It's got a very unique mentality that you gotta adopt, so. Sashio isn't a beast. We're going to get over here. We're going to try and spot early on. If you guys have seen the video on Fault Line, you should know that our goal should be to be fairly aggressive over here. Curious how you can acquire the Grammy. Well, I guess you probably have to wait till it comes on the store now. I think it was kind of a mini campaign around Christmas time. Just gonna post up on this dude here. Do have to be careful of destroyers. We're gonna keep an eye on that twisted track. There we go. Looks like his engine's actually busted. You can see it, there's like sparks coming out of the smoke. That's how you can tell if the engine's broken. What's up, Steve-O? But yeah, the Grammy, the first time I got it was from the Founders Edition. Now this does have functional torps in that you can actually stealth torp. This guy's backing up. That's not a fight I really want to take. I mean, the Guide's guns are really strong, assuming he's got them upgraded, which it looks like he does based on his reload, so. But we got him lit for our team. We got decent support here, so should be able to take him down, hopefully. Yeah, that's fine. Why the fuck is my team shooting at me? Oh no, they actually got a guy in the gap over there. Alright. Controller sounds loose. Yeah, unfortunately my mic is like 2 feet from my controller, so it'll sound fairly clicky. But now we can... Alright, the Omaha's about to die. We can actually squeeze through on their base. They've overloaded the southeast side, or southwest side, which the south spawn usually does for some reason. So we actually have a very clear shot at their base. This map is inherently busted if people understand how to play it, but normally people don't. Come on. So we got one unsighted cruiser over here that I'm keeping an eye on the twisting track to make sure it doesn't switch over here. So that would tell us that he's coming back to support the base. Guy's so low, guys. All you gotta do is hit him once. Saw Colorado back up last game. Yeah, it's not not exactly surprising. So you can see their team is completely overloaded the West. That's what they usually do for some reason. Oh. But it takes them longer to get to our base than it takes us to get to their base. So this game's already won now, unless they come back and support, which looks like one of them's doing, probably. But if you're on the north spawn, the northeast, or north central, just push through, kill these 3 ships as quick as you can, then get on their base. Worst map in the game. Yeah, I'd agree. I used to really hate Straight, but this one's... Number one, I hate it just how people play it. I mean, the south spawn, again, the people that spawned right here are all on the west side of the map. Why do they do that? I don't know. I've suggested to Wargaming that they change that, but they don't ever listen to anything along those lines that I would tell them. You don't like North? North is one of my favorites. Grammy gets the broken engine a lot. Yeah, I mean, you could say that about a lot of destroyers, though. Not the first premium ship you sold. Yeah, you definitely did not live by my advice about not selling shit, but whatever. It's up to everyone. Yeah, torp range. I think it's 8 kilometers on this. I mean, you can see the white line compared to the blue line on the map. You can actually stealth torp in the Gremiashi. Like, when this game first came out, the ship was extremely dominant, and then as players have gotten a little bit better, it's not quite as strong, I don't think. Yeah, we could have a destroyer rushing back down here, would be my guess, since you can see the, I don't know if you can see it on the stream or not, but I don't think he's going to have enough time to get back here. Alright, well, that was easy. So again, don't get caught up on that far eastern wing. It's a dead zone. You can see the cruiser that went over there was irrelevant. Just sailed right past them. Killed the 2 ships in the middle. Captured the base. You like cruisers? Feels too open. I find it just... I don't like that map because it's It's hard to get good cruiser positions in that one. You kind of have to play around the lake, the middle section. Someone always goes the wrong side of the island at sea. Yeah, well, that's true. But those players are bad enough that they're irrelevant anyways. Quite fond of the Grimmy. Yeah, haven't played that. I haven't played it since I got troops, so I haven't played the Grimmy for a while, but the turrets were a lot better with that. And I got another level of twist and track I can upgrade. Or actually, technically 2, but that would require legendary level 3. But much better turret traverse. I mean, it's still pretty laggy. Play the Grammy F8 much? No, not too often. I normally just play the Founders Edition ships for the Sunday missions, but because they're all lower tier ships. But usually I have other options that I like more. So here we got a Hocknick. Probably the most ridiculous ship in the game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guns. 4 torp launchers, I think 3 torps per. Put man on the Grammy for better turret traverse. It's an option. I like to do more map videos. It's always a possibility. I mean, the one on Fault Line was important because the thing is so damn exploitable. It comes down to who plays that map better almost every game. Alright, we got a lot of destroyers again. East Kaze, T-22, Acosta. Now, initially when this came out, the ship I had Guren still. And the AP was just nasty. I don't know if it'll be quite as good, but we'll find out. Yep. The ship is just brutal, let's just put it that way. Turret traverse is pretty suspect on this one as well, but what can you do? Yeah, it didn't take long. Jay coming in hot. Hit like and T-Bull will send bobs. We trying to get boob pictures? Yep. Seems like a hard shot on a destroyer for a lot of you guys, but of course we're just multiplying his 5-second travel time by 3 for 15. It's actually not that bad of a shot at all if he's moving in a straight line. Oh, hello, Governor. He's a good candidate to torp. He does have a support ship behind him, though. Fuck. Can I get away with this or not? Probably not. Especially with this fucking guy right here. This is not gonna work. It's really dangerous for him, though. I mean, if we can kill a third of his HP per salvo. Now that he's not lit, advantage goes to him, obviously. Might as well just fix this and get out of here. Usually try and hold the repair party and not repair the engine if possible, but we're dead in the water. Shit. I'm what they call fucked in the business. This guy's hell-bent on torping this dude, luckily, but I can't get a lot of my guns on this guy, unfortunately. They all are 360-degree turrets. But like any good destroyer player, he's hell-bent on killing the other battleships. Nice. This is not a ship that does well as a one-shot. Gonna see a lot of Belfast in ranked. Yeah, I would assume that should be the top cruiser. Look at the overload in the southeast, man. If there's any ships hiding over there, they are fucked. Like, this is we were up 3 ships. Now that team's overloaded on that side too, so. Hey Spartan, what's happening? Yeah, exactly, Ben. I mean, you can torp anything in this thing. But yeah, torping DDs in this, it's such a mess. Trying to dodge torps out of this thing is just crazy. Because you get 12 and then they reload like 10 seconds later. I don't know what that reload is exactly, but... Alright, Peter, if he can aim, should be able to fuck that thing up. I kind of want to go over here, use my little remaining health, and see if I can support these guys. Get rid of 1 or 2 of these destroyers. We'll see. There we go. Nice. Alright, if it can last 42 seconds, we'll get more smoke. ED might be relevant. I mean, it's got great radar, I'll give you that, but... I'm not going to be playing the NE, let's just put it that way. Tube's base trait saves you more than you think. That's another good thing. I think I forgot to mention that. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate that. Incoming damage reduction on the... So we have sims. We don't have a high-level sims, but we're adding health. We're reducing damage by using the Tube's base trait. And then Vine is... We're increasing the difficulty of them to hit the shots. So everything about this build is survivability based. Alright, Governor. See if we can get a couple fires going. He's just content and charging right in. That's fine. Oh, he's slowing down. Appreciate it, Jay. Thank you. Usually when the situation gets really sticky, they'll stop sitting there. This guy's content on doing so, though. But this would be a good situation. If we had 10, 12, 13k health, we'd just rush this guy and torp the hell out of him. There we go. Is this the real or fake Spartan Elite? Looks like the real one to me, unless the fake one upped his game a little bit. Alright. So I think what I want to be careful of... I mean, our battleships, unless they get their asses kicked, should be able to handle that thing. I don't want this Acosta to squeak through and take the base. Now this Peter's kind of going back to protect it, but... Love the channel. Appreciate that. Thanks. Alright, so now that we've seen the destroyer, we don't have to worry about cutting off that route. I don't know if my train of thought was interrupted or not, but I didn't want him to squeak through here and get on the base while we're all focused on rushing this Congo. I might as well just get on their base. Labor coming in hot. Jace Cat gave me the Rona. Appreciate that. Thank you, Labor Peasant. Yeah, here what we want to do, the smart play, maybe not the sexiest play for streams, but getting on the cap, getting some more points, increasing the lead. Then if our team happens to melt, which you never know, I mean, this guy is basically dead. Isakaze could get himself killed at any second. These two battleships, they got a high health, but usually battleships that have high health late in the match kind of start to question whether they know what they're doing or not. You'd have to copy Spartan's avatar. Yeah, that's... I mean, the first time the guy showed up, he didn't have the avatar, so it looked a little strange. But it didn't. I didn't put two and two together immediately. This guy is just committing suicide to Torp. I mean, he's just dedicated to the craft. You know, like this fucking Congo's not going to think, oh, I wonder if he tried to get that close to Torp me. Maybe I'll just change direction. So rather than staying alive, spotting the Acosta, which you can outspot that, you know, you just commit suicide to miss some Torps. Oh, I actually might hit one. Well, shut up, T-Bull. You know what you're talking about. Alright, that's more on the Congo than it is on the Isakaze, though. Alright, he just shot, I believe, so we can shoot. Kind of a risky play right now, but whatever. Clearly not focused on me. Just gotta keep an eye on these guys' guns. If they decide to look at me, then we'll stop shooting. But yeah, our team is beginning to melt here. We do have to be a little careful. Let's see if that sticks or not. Yeah, we're not here on the base to capture. We're just trying to prevent them from getting points. Whew. Yeah, we just shot. Yeah, we only live once. Let's take the shot. He's broadside, so we should get some decent damage. Or none. Either way. There we go. Again, a little risky, but we're timing his reload. Oh! Everyone search legendary song Tree Poloski. My uncle's best cheer, 6 cruiser. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate that very much. I would put it on, but I would get the entire stream demonetized, which would be a disaster. You've seen fake T-Bull on PSN? Oh, T-Bull / YouTube. I have a secondary one. Might have been me. How do I check? No. I don't know why I'm doing this. That might have been me. It was early. I created that early on when the commanders were hard to get. And I wanted to have some ability to get commanders that I want, like Sims. It took me about 9 months to get Sims. But I only played that for like a couple weeks. Anyway, there's the Al-Hotnik. Not a barn burner, but a pretty effective game altogether. Oh, it's the best Ruski song. I'll have to check that out. I think the deck crew took a shower. Well, yeah, but that's, I mean, that's the level 14 Vian in play there. I mean, it takes a well-aimed shot. I discovered how hard it was. I don't know if Salty's still here or not, but I was playing in a game, and Salty and a couple other guys from my Discord happened to be in it. So I knew I could talk to him. And then he was in a Terrible, and I was in some other destroyer. And I kept shooting shots at him, and he was so damn low that I kept, like, shooting, thinking I hit him. And then I'd turn my gun away and my attention, and the shots would sail wide, and I was like, what the fuck? Why can't I hit this thing? And I asked him. He said he's running Vian as an inspiration. So, I mean, if we, let's take a look at, there's Cunningham. So, a max perk 3, negative 10 dispersion. So, I mean, that definitely outclasses the incoming 3 or 4, whatever it is. Yeah, 3%. But it cuts down into it. It reduces that perk by 30%, which this is, again, a very, very high level Cunningham. Most people won't have Legendary 3. So I think it's 7.5. Then you cut that over beyond half. I mean, you're really messing up their builds. Or most cruisers, most destroyers don't have dispersion perks, which, you know, then you're really making it hard for those ships to hit. Anyway. So yeah, looking at the build again, and here's what Jay was talking about earlier when we were playing, is the base trade. I forgot to mention this. Reduce incoming damage to your destroyer. Negative 5.2. You could actually stack Nelson on top of this, would be another one. Maybe that would be a better option than Sims. So I am working on boosting Nelson, for those of you that got the Azure lane. And here you can get a 3.6. It's probably about a 6% reduction max would be my guess. But without putting a lot of points, you can get maybe 4%, 4.5% damage reduction on top of this, which would put you at about minus 10%. That's reducing the effectiveness of the enemy's guns a lot, you know. So there's different ways to implement the survivability builds, but that's my advice for these Soviet destroyers. Don't focus on the offense because the offense is already there. Focus on the defense because that's what you're lacking. Oh, we got Tactic in the house too. What's happening? Oh, Spartan, you're taking off? Alright, man. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you. Alright, so Gnevi. Kind of the same playstyle, but the problem is the higher up in tiers you get, the more accurate the enemy guns are. Hopefully, the more improved skill sets that the players themselves are bringing to the table. So the run and gun becomes more and more difficult as you go up the lines. 6% max, so yeah, if you could put that on that, plus Troops' max is probably 7%, 8%, I don't know what it is, might be even higher, but you could reduce the damage quite a bit, and that's the same thing as adding HP, basically, in my view. And I've been doing some testing. I might talk about that in my Sims video today. Testing out different survivability perks, which ones are the most effective. But I'm sure the information will keep coming up over time. There's a lot of different options. I mean, Hyde, those of you that have the Halloween Commander, not as good on destroyers because he increases the HP by a percentage base. It's always an option though. Hyde's awesome for German BBs in general, yeah. Yeah, I would run roughly the same build as Ciliax, but just switch the tier 3 perk from Damage Con to Dispersion. That should solve a lot of the problems of that line. If you keep showing Nelson, viewership will drop in favor of doing buffing. That's definitely possible. Alright, so again, what are we doing? We're pulling forward just far enough to spot these guys. Then we're going to basically turn sideways, slow down. Because if I keep pushing forward, we're going to have a repeat of that pod game where we get spotted close to their support ships, blown out of the water. I want the DD to push into me because here's my support ships back here. Lycosta would be really nice if he would pull forward and spot, but he's not inclined to do so. If that Königsberg pulls around and this guy doesn't smoke up, I might switch to AP and start blasting him. Holy fuck, dude. Now those torps could have been, if this player knows what he's doing, he could have the radio locator like I do. Probably could have been blind torping me. So do I have to keep an eye on this guy? Could be Fubuki or T-22 that could torp from this range. I would like to start shooting this Königsberg. See if he turns. If he does, we're gonna... Alright. We want these shots. No, I need that guy to spot. Don't fucking sit in a cloud, dude. So he drops a cloud, then he pulls right through it. These are advanced level strategies that you normally won't see on this channel. They're a little too advanced for me. That's unfortunate. We really needed that guy to spot. Oh shit. But that's what's, you know, your teammates are going to be your teammates. Probably still shoot AP. Let's get that loaded back in here. Königsberg is extremely dangerous. It's a good ship in general, but against destroyers, it's probably the most dangerous at the tier. So just for our own selfish purposes, we want them dead. I mean, he can charge in and sonar us is the main threat. Look at this fucking guy. What are you doing? Yeah, this guy definitely needs some help. Shit. I want to get over there to help that battleship, but this guy's in the way. Kirov's definitely another ship we want to get rid of. Very dangerous cruiser. That should... I mean, he's probably trying to torp the battleship. That's low-level cruiser play. That's not atypical. Alright, so we got a pod and a T-22. It's not necessarily a fight I want to take solo, but we do have a little support. behind us. Nice. You got your shit kicked in. What the? God damn it. Now we're in serious trouble. There we go, thank you. Let's see how much health these guys got. Pod's low. T-22, we'll go for the pod first. We want to get the gun off if possible. Plus we want to turn and get away from these guys. Makes it harder for them to hit us. Easier to disengage, so on and so forth. I haven't forgotten about you. This is kind of for the game right here. If we can kill that. Nice fucking shot. Give him a thank you in Russian. Fuso 226 IQ. Alright, so now the problem is you might be thinking, alright, we got 3 battleships versus a destroyer, easy win, but of course we can't get in there to stealth torp, so might try and suicide torp potentially. This guy's full of health, but we know he's 226 IQ. Easy if you blame the ship. I just like to blame your teammates first, then the ship. Then take responsibility after that. Now, I always say if you want to blame your teammates when you die immediately, that's fine. It's a good release of frustration. But then, when that becomes effective is when you actually think about what happened and why you screwed up. Because normally if you die, you screwed up somehow. And yes, relying on your teammates, random teammates, is screwing up, so that's a possible explanation. Okay, well, my options are I could try and rush these guys. I could probably kill one of them, but the problem is they're both right next to each other, so I can't suicide torp those guys. I can't really suicide torp this guy because he's in the open. Yeah, they're moving away from this island, so we're going to get on the capture point, try and get some points coming in, if possible. I could probably nuke the Brittany. What range on the getting heavy torps? 4 cam, like the rest of them, so they're very hard to use. Most of the problems people have with these Soviet destroyers is they try and use the torps way too often. Like what I'm considering right now is I have about 10,000 health, so I can probably withstand at least one salvo from this guy. We're also going to need the points because the odds of my teammates surviving are extremely low just based on the fact that they're my teammates, and my teammates really don't survive very often. So, winning on score is probably what we're going to have to do here. So, let's see if this guy's... might be AFK, actually. Which would be ideal. No signs of life. That's not dispositive, though. Actually, straight up capping might be the best way here. But we're going to want to nuke this guy. He is... nope, his secondaries are going off. Okay. So we're going to try and nuke him without taking too much damage. I mean... we need the points, basically. You can see he's a 100-point swing right there. Whether he's actually playing or not is irrelevant. I don't think he actually is, though. So we'll go ahead and take that. And now, if these two continue to sail off into the sunset for unknown reasons, we should actually just be able to win just by sitting here. I don't know if they can turn around and counter cap or push us off the cap in time to stop this. I mean, they're so far out of position I can't even spot them, which is kind of funny. Oh, man. That's fine. I mean, that was a very hard game for us to win, except for the fact that these guys are fucking retards. He's not even coming towards the cap now. Whatever. Potato. Looks like this guy might be thinking about coming towards the cap, but it's a little too late now. Now we got 2 ships. This guy, if he's going to cap, fine, just stay back, stay hidden. This is what we talked about earlier. If he gets shot, it's going to take longer to actually cap. So, you know, I'm all for you getting on the cap, dude, but don't fuck this up, please. Like, right here is where you need to be. As long as he doesn't start shooting. If he starts shooting, I'm really going to get pissed off. You don't think T-Bill's German would be... Hey, now. I can... Oh, he's fucking shooting. What a moron. We're going to have to smoke here and make sure he doesn't get shot. Stop moving, you fucking freak. That was a pretty decent game. Failed Platoon Phoenix, alright. Yeah, the Brittany apparently did not move all game. Give me 1 second here, I gotta grab something to drink. Alright. Alright, Hunter, if you gotta calm down here, otherwise we're gonna have to time you out. Alright. So that was Gnivy. Minsk, I would say, is the hardest of the bunch. If you want to see how we're setting up these ships, by the way. Aiming system, steering gears. They start and stop quick enough that you don't really need the prop mod. And then concealment. I'm primarily using the concealment for the incoming fire dispersion, 0.5%. Or 5%. But the detectability is fine. Yeah, I guess we're going to have to put you on timeout here. Alright. Nelson base trade only works on BBs. I don't think you're right. Maybe you are. Oh, the battleship. You're 100% correct. Good eye. Alright, well, scratch everything we said about that, then. That would definitely not work in conjunction with that. I wrote that down wrong when I wrote down the traits. Let me see in here. Yeah, I wrote down ship, so I appreciate that, because the information I'm working off of was incorrect. Inspirations for Vine. I got my... This is the nastiest setup known to man. I don't know, I mean, the British destroyers are a little more gunboaty than the Germans. But this Atago is so damn good. It takes like over a second of detection off. And yeah, alright, so don't put Nelson on. Thank you, Jay, for that, for the support of the channel. Appreciate that. Bulldog. Ooh, and a promotion order. Another bad little blue chest. Time to buff my dude. Sorry. Alright, so Minsk, like I was saying, I think this is the hardest one just because you're playing usually against tier 7s, very accurate guns on all ships. So, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, Hyde says ship. I just wrote down the Nelson thing wrong. That would have been pretty nasty, though, if you could make like a negative 10, 11, 12% damage build for this. I mean, that'd be pretty effective. Ban troops. Yeah, that's another good option. I know a lot of people don't have a Tago. What did I used to run? Probably, I mean, you could run Swirsky if you have him, double concealment. Minsk, 2 Akatsukis, and a Benson with no cruisers. Now, usually in the destroyer, if you get no cruisers, you're like, yes, but the Soviet destroyers are pretty nice when it comes to killing cruisers, so... Boy, Mechaniza! Hit like for a chance to win one of T-Bowl's prized Vanilla Ice's greatest hits audio cassette tapes. I just don't give those away, man. I assumed I'd talk about that on stream sometime. That'd be in my first cassette I ever had. Vanilla Ice and MC Hammer. Back in like 87, 8, 9, something like that. 90 maybe. Who knows? Alright, so same thing. We're just trying to spot our... This is a tier 7, tier 6. We're trying to spot our battleships. Then these guys, if they want to be behind this island and shoot blindly, they can. Oh, we're getting spotted. Fuck. So now we're not too close to these guys. Two Gneisenau's, I'm not massively afraid. That's not great support in terms of support ships for this destroyer, so it can be a little aggressive here. Fuck you. Oh, there's 2 destroyers over here? That's interesting. Oops. It's not counting on getting plane spotted there. This isn't going very well. What the fuck are you doing back there? Jesus. Praise be to Vian there. So he hit us, knocked out the steering, but didn't damage us. What to do? Might just... Probably gonna get destroyed doing this. One of them's spotting us, the other one's sitting in the smoke, which is a nice... These guys in the division? No, they're just playing well together. Oh, the Minsk. You bastard. Gotta be careful how long we're spotted. Especially with a busted engine, we might shut this down. We actually drove both of them off the cap. Come on. Didn't want to damage con that, but I can't even back up to get the guns on here. Broadside enough, we want to test this AP. You can see we'll get some decent damage until he turns. Now he's already angled past it. I don't want to use my smoke there or my damage con, but kind of forced to. Really keep an eye on that capture, making sure they're not on here. So those two destroyers, I thought there was two. It could have been one of the Gneisenau shooting behind them. I mean, I was surprised that there would have been two destroyers over here to begin with, because it is a 3-ship spawn. And we got all the destroyers spotted on the map, so I guess I was just reading the situation wrong. Now we're contested, so we're keeping an eye on that. He might try and charge me, tort me. So he's actually running a concealment build, which is interesting. Because he's outspotting me, obviously. Fuck you. It's like his Gneisenau, even though it's a Gneisenau, was able to hit me, but my support ships had their heads so far up their fucking ass. So he might be trying to disengage with the smoke. Alright. I mean, what? What is this fucking guy doing? I can't figure it out. But we can hit some AP from that range. Oh. That was risky. Not a lot of effective... it's not really worth shooting AP. It's always worth testing. Looks like this guy probably pulled through. I was getting spotted briefly after the plane left. The problem I have right now is the Minsk. I want to deal with him, but I can't outduel him. I'm kind of a one-shot at this situation. This guy is completely fucking worthless. Like, we cannot count on him to do anything. He hasn't unzoomed from his sights once the entire game. Teammates are target fixated? Yeah, exactly. This guy's actually back on the cap. We're probably gonna die here. I guess I can try and get a reset. could say probably being a little too aggressive here. I don't know why this Minsk isn't just shooting me, unless I had him really low. But yeah, I mean, he should have been able to kill me fairly easily. That just comes down to the one salvo from the Gneisenau that hit us. Was the great equalizer. This fucking guy. Oh, wait, hang on. Yeah, if you look right on that tower, you can actually see his head up his ass if you look very carefully. I don't know if you can see it on the stream or not. Yeah, his head was way up his ass. So, that's a loss. Yeah, Violet's an interesting option too. I don't have a lot of points into him. I'm not planning on doing that soon until the lion shows up. But I think he's the equivalent to Lemon, right? It's not a bad option if you have a really high level one. If it's mid-level, I don't know if it's really worth it, shaving a couple seconds off. But if you have it maxed, for instance, it's negative 25%, which is from 20 to 15. That's a fairly decent reduction. It's not a bad option. For me, the vision is not what we're trying to spec on these. I mean, that Minsk right there, he kept out spotting us briefly, but really, it didn't affect anything. It just came down to whose support ship shot the enemy DD. Alright, and then Tashkent is obviously the gem of the line, completely different, which is a little strange. Every upgrade you put on is important. The hull increased the hit points by 10%. Rudder shift shuts down. Torps, here you go from 4 cam to 8 cam. Cuts the torp speed by 10, which is important. So they're not the most effective torps, but you can get them involved much more easily. And then here you increase the range by 10%. I think the range should go up about another kilometer on all these to make them more effective. Give people more of a reason to grind this line. Maybe 0.5, 0.7, or 1, you know, some sort of range boost would be good in my opinion. And then here you get roughly a 10% increase in damage as well. So this ship kind of sucks stock. It's not horrible, but it's not what it needs to be. But every time you put a mod on it, it just keeps better and better. And this ship actually is a lot of fun to play, and you can have some pretty damn good games. A whiskey stream. Well, Tactic could drink. I actually don't drink anymore. If you came by here 2 years ago, I'd be drunk already. Yeah, slow torps 55. The detection's 1.1. That's why I was experimenting with that Bay Atago build, because you can actually get the detection down to 0.9 then. And then, even though they're 55 knots, you can still have a fairly decent reaction time on those. Here we are on fault line again. Akatsuki, Fletcher, Kutuzov, we need to worry about Megami, Hipper. Hipper's extremely dangerous. Not bad. We'll see if our team knows what they're doing or not. Teammates are the worst enemy you'll face. Yeah, exactly. They're just part of the threat to you. Sometimes, I mean, I had a couple good games, I don't know, 3-4 nights ago where at the conclusion of the game I was like, damn, that was a good fucking team. You know, you get 4 or 5 guys in the 2000s XP. You gotta be ready to shoot, guys. If someone's gonna pull forward and spot for you, like a broadside Megami, if we could have killed that thing right off the bat, that would have been a huge loss. I was too busy reversing, though, to shoot. Alright, so we got all 3 ships that spawn over here is spotted, so we don't have a destroyer threat to worry about. I mean, there could be one that coming from this direction if he wants to play properly. Yeah, these guys, the cruisers that are broadside need to be hammered. Shit. Now we're actually getting spotted, and looks like the destroyer's over here somewhere. There you are. Akatsuki opens fire. That's a bold strategy. See if his support ships want to help or not. Looks like they do. That's the problem. I mean, in a straight-up fight, Akatsuki versus this would just absolutely get destroyed. Very quick on the torp reload, by the way. I think it's about a 50-second, 45, something like that. Nothing to shoot, so we're just gonna get out of here. But we gave up, a quarter of our health. We took a half health off the Akatsuki, though. We'll take that trade all day. The Akatsuki, with this many battleships, it's a prime player.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
And we'll see if this guy makes an adjustment to his play or not. They killed the Fletchers, so we have an opportunity to kill both destroyers here. And in this situation, I would actually be fine trading the Tashkent for the remaining destroyer, the Akatsuki. Ideally, like to come out of that play alive, but... And this is pretty early in the game to be trading ships when we don't know what our team's doing. Oh, he's back. Oh, it's the fucking Megami. Holy shit, I'm in trouble. That I did not see happening. That's a problem. Yeah, we're gonna have to play this one again, I think. Motherfucker. Hanging around, hanging around. Bop, bop. Alright. See, that goes to show you if that Iowa would have taken him out on the opening play. Would have been a lot better. Anyway, that was my mistake, obviously. Did not account for that cruiser. The Megami can fuck you up. So, not something you want to rush. 70% of the time, you drink all the time. Steeble. Doing alright. Alright, we'll play that one again. We'll, what do you guys want to see in the meantime? We'll play a couple Tashkent games. 2-3 games. That's obviously the how to not play the Tashkent section of the stream. That'll give us time to play something else while we're waiting. Any other destroyer would have sizzled him. No, he was... Maybe it looked fairly broadside my screen. He was about 45 degree angled, so... I mean, out of the destroyers, the Tashkent had the best chance, for sure. No, he was doing a... It's hard to tell when you're just looking at the screen without looking on the map, but he was actually pretty well angled there. Megami just Bill Cosby. Yeah. Yeah. Could try a CNOP. I still gotta grind this a little bit. Belfast, yeah, we could fire that one up. I should probably play that ship a few times. See if I want to run it in ranked or not. But yeah, those torps didn't seem like they hit very hard. We could check the damage. York or Hipper? Yeah, my German cruiser build is so messed up right now. My Germans and American cruiser builds, I have them plugged in how I want them, but like my American cruiser is level 9, Einstein, and my Hipper build's alright. It's level 11, but I plugged in Von Essen or whatever the guy's name is. He's only level 6. Art L joining in. What's happening? Fletcher? You're at work, you'd be drunk, yeah. That's the freaking weekend. A lot of people have been on a permanent weekend for a couple of months now. Hello, Gubna. Let's take a little boom boom on that guy, see what happens. Oh yeah. That's what you call a trade right there. 3.9k damage versus 15.4. Gotta move forward. We're gonna get spotted over here relatively quickly. Fubuki in the back. Nice. Know your role. He's got that shit on lockdown. In case anyone spawns back here, he'll be able to spot them. Very helpful. So I don't normally want to park this close to the cap here, but unfortunately, the threat that this thing poses. Tactical, love it. I got the brawler build on this guy. Hanging around, hanging around. Yeah, I don't know where the destroyer is. He's probably back here, would be my guess, since we've been lit for a while. He's not on the cap. So, oh, hello, Gubna. Oh, shit. Don't be blocked. No! Oh, that sucks. Now we're going to take some damage. This Fubuki, if you ever want to do anything useful at any point in time, just let me know. Now he's shooting. Okay. Let's not focus on him. We already know he sucks. Man, these guys are so fucking oblivious, I'm tempted to just leave. Here we got our flank. We're in I can't even disengage now. This is... This shit always happens to me when I'm playing live. I don't understand it. What? Oh my god. Alright. I think we should probably deal with this fucking Dunkirk here. He's the one causing... What is going on here? 11.8, that should be within hittable range. The problem with these Soviet battleships is if they get long range, like 13 kilometers plus, you can't hit shit. 11.5 though shouldn't really be an issue. Let's see. I want to deselect him and see if I can get a read on where he's moving. Guess I can't because I'm moving. I want to bust his turrets. Or if you're gonna go broadside, I'm gonna. Yeah. This is not gonna work. I quoted R. Kelly. If I did, I don't remember. He's angled just enough that I don't know if I can damage him at all. Yeah, I suppose we can. Dunkirk shooting HE. Probably not a bad option when I'm this angled, but this guy has no fucking awareness of what's going on. Like, the one ship we need to fucking kill is this thing. I have no idea what this dude is shooting at. I'm pretty sure it's the battleship in the back. Yeah, you can see the splashes. Typical cruiser player can only shoot at battleships. I wanted to turn around and go, like, between C and D for the last 5, 6, 7 minutes, but kind of pinned right now. I've been waiting for this Pensacola to clear that island, but he's taking his sweet ass time, so might as well take a salvo at that thing. There we go. Four guys needed to cap D. This guy's actually doing, I don't know if he's doing it intentionally or not, but he's doing an amazing job keeping that island between me and him. Like, if he's doing it intentionally, it's very smart, because I'm the biggest threat. This Pensacola can't really damage him that much. The fuck? Yeah, 14.4. It's not really worth shooting at this point. I think if I can get away with it, I'm going to reposition behind that island by where this goober's been hiding out. Main problem is this Fubuki's streaming directly at me. You know he is. I mean, that's what he's been doing for the last 4 or 5 minutes. You're fucking tempting fate there, man. One of these days I will land a shot. Yeah, today's the day. Shoot him, you fucking scrub. Do something. That plane up. We got 2 salvos. We're missing 1. What are you doing? For God's sakes. Pull your fucking trigger, man. Jesus. I don't understand what these people are doing with their lives. There's the 3rd. Wow, he actually pulled the fucking trigger. I don't believe it. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna die now. See if we can take this guy with us. And he died somehow. Unbelievable. Fuck. Oh, the freaking weekend. Yeah, I did say that. Dunkirk had a death wish. I don't know what he was doing, to be honest with you. Yeah, that Fubuki, I don't know what he was doing. That Pensacola or whatever the fuck he was doing. The whole game he was shooting battleships. Like, trying to burn a battleship down with a Pensacola is a dubious proposition. Anyway, let's try the trash can again. You're screwed. Always be shooting. I mean, it's not 100% applicable, but it's the rule of thumb that you want to shoot for. You want to be doing damage as often as possible. Let's try this trash can again. Especially in a cruiser. I mean, you got to be shooting on reload, basically. The entire premise of the cruiser is like you can do the most damage in the game, but you got to be doing it constantly. And shooting ships that you can actually affect, like destroyers, cruisers, be a nice place to start. Need some salt for the... I mean, the guy was... The cruiser behind me was same line as I was, so that Pensacola or New Orleans, whatever the fuck it was just as broadside to him as he was to me. Could have loaded AP, taken him out in one shot. I have no idea what he was doing back there. Boy, Yachinayatsa. Alright, Minsk, Kid, Kagero. Whoever wanted to see the Kid versus the Soviets might see it now. Alright, we got two battleships. Guys now moving back. Yes, this is the sniper. This is the premier sniper ship in the game. So if you're ever in a Guys now, just put it in reverse. Go to the bathroom, take a shit, come back 10 minutes later. Then you'll be in perfect position. You should be right on the back line. You can bomb on them. You can hit them from as long distance as possible. They can't touch you. No ship can match the accuracy. So just go backwards. Straight off the bat. Perfect fucking play. I should actually make a video about doing that because it's such an effective play. Alright. That last Fubuki. He had the back line on lockdown, man. I mean, nobody was going to sneak up on us. And I mean nobody. Butt's coming in hot. Thank you, it says. Thank you. Appreciate that. Alright, so I think he's... Apparently this thing can... Oh, oh, I had an AP loaded. No. That ain't no good. Oh, shit, my boy. So we're just doing a hard turn to dodge his torps. Easy enough. Oh, you got fucked up! Yeah, that was, What brand of bleach do you prefer to inject? Clorox, man. I don't inject it, I swish it like a mouthwash. Keeps those teeth nice and white. And then you can just drink it. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate that. And butts for the win. Thanks everyone for tuning in, supporting the stream that way. If you don't mind hitting the like button, it only takes a second of your time. It does help promote the stream for other players though. New people that might need some tips on how to play the game might randomly run into some videos or something. And your teammates might all of a sudden stop playing with their head up their asses if they learn how to play the game. Clorox, baby. Alright, so our options now, we have two battleships that are way down there. Don't be tempted, as Benson's tempted. These guys are irrelevant to the outcome of the game. You need to understand that. We can get on B, flip that, hopefully. I actually would like the Benson to come with me. That would be amazing. But But chasing ships that are kiting away in the back line, that's how to lose games. We want to stay relevant in our position and kill ships that are relevant in their position. So come on, little doggy. He's obviously not going to comply. He's a pro destroyer player, so he wants to get in the back and torp battleships that are out of range to do anything. It was at this point he knew, yeah, that was... And that was just another example. He lined up that torp salvo. Even if he got it off quickly, we got 1-2 shots in before he started shooting back. Now, our support ships were doing a great job helping us. We weren't the only ones shooting at that guy. And that's another illustration with these Soviet destroyers. You've seen it when we fucked up, and you've seen it when they fuck up now. Both sides. You cannot get close to the support ships in these Soviet destroyers, because it's very hard to disengage. Especially, God forbid, if you're on like a cooldown on the smoke or something. Just not going to work. Clorox Cowboy. Thick boy, your first stream. Welcome. Alright, so we got Kid spotted, Kagero unspotted. We believe the Kagero probably captured B. Now we can use this twist and track. Twist and track looks like it could be pointing at this thing, but this thing's 13. This is 11. Now it just flipped over here, but previously this was the only... Well, no, it didn't really matter. This thing was probably about 11 and a half, and it was still pointing over here somewhere. So I think the Kagero's zooming right around this line right here, kind of close to that island. Yeah, Benson, he's going deep. He's going for the torps. We're playing for the win. We're going to get these caps. So, for whatever reason, the kid did not get C, even though it's completely unprotected right now. The Maz does not want to capture C for some reason. Shoot to mainly see, well, mainly to try and hit him, which would be nice, but we also want to see did we get detected by anything over here. So now we know that this destroyer that's capping is in this zone right here on the end. And this twisted track is really bending here, so there we go, Kagero boy. If we can bait the Kagero to shoot, which he just did, now we can smoke safely. Kid's low, I want to get rid of him first, even though Kagero's scary. Fucking Maz died. That's, if you're gonna torp a destroyer, do it in between your reload like that. If you can basically have no cooldown. Number one, they won't notice you're torping because your guns will keep going off at regular intervals. So they won't expect torps. I better be careful about his torps coming back my way. He wasn't really focused on me, though. Oh, here's a kid. There we go. I don't think these are going to hit, but they might. Oh, this is risky pulling out here. I don't like this. We're going to go for it. If I can kill this thing, I can disengage relatively quickly. Why is this fucking thing not doing any damage? Alright, we get out of here. Nah, that's not gonna work. Shit. Try and get these torps on him. Fuck. Hyper aggressive, but I wanted to get rid of those destroyers if possible. Let's just see what happens. Dr. House, what's happening? Gotta get all the caps. I mean, basically that's what you have to do. You can see we're still relevant in the score because we got those 2 caps. Benson sailed all the way north, all the way down south. Now he's getting back into B. Like, just focus on where the ships are on the map. You have to look on the map. That square on the left, that's the map. Go to where the action is. Benson, Tashkent, you have to be relevant. Ooh, we got him once. Oh, it's not even the destroyer. Fuck, I wanted that kid. Might actually hit this fucking... Oh, no. Ran out of range. That would have been hilarious. Anyway. Not bad. I bet you we'll be at the top of the leaderboard on that one. Yeah, we'll try that one more time, and then we'll... What do you guys want to see for the interlude? What else did you have? Spooby, what's up? What could we play? Monarch's tempting. Belfast. So I don't know why I have Belfast on Belfast, the commander. Is because you can actually run HE boosts. Like my other commander, what's his face? Tenet or no, Fraser. I don't think you can boost the AP or HE, can you? Oh. No, you can't actually. I think I have this commander set up just so I don't have to change the build every time. But if I do want to run the Belfast in ranked, I would switch probably this and this over to Fire Start. Keep this there. And then you get an extra smoke here. So Fraser's going to do that now. Let's try that. Just because number one, Fraser, I got higher level, but number two, I think it's just a better commander. I just have Belfast on there because it's a completely different build than the other cruisers in the line. Not live nudes. Depends on how much you donate. Monarch's a good choice, yeah. No, Monarch is... It's getting close to being my favorite T7 battleship. Not quite there yet, but... Tier 6s. Yeah, I'm planning on doing some sort of preview. I don't know what it's going to be, what form, for the Tier 6 ranked. Probably Monday. Alright. And why you'd want to run this with an HE focus and ranked is because you need to have the most consistent damage. So I'm not saying if you're playing Battleship, load HE, but for cruisers, I think the HE cruisers tend to do better. This one, of course, has the radar as well.
Action stations.
So here's like, either this island or over here is kind of designed to help anchor the cap. I think we can probably get in on this one. Akatsuki Maz Benson. Ding. Terrified. Say what? Yeah, if we can get into, let's see what the range is. So this is 9.4. I forgot to check. Oh my god, shut up. I think the radar on this is about 8.9 if I recall. It could be 8.4, but... Anyway, we'll be able to cover the cap, I believe. Yeah. So we'll post up here. We'll allow this guy to cap pretty much without a care in the world. Might as well open up on the Ismail as well. This one's hard for the British to shoot at, just because there's no superstructure. We did get detected there, so they might have a destroyer in one of these avenues. Oh, there he is. This guy should smoke right now. Then we'll go ahead and pop the radar. Oops. See if the team can convert or not. Doesn't look like it, but at least if the guy's staying on the cap, we should be able to get the cap, hopefully. Oh lordy. Fuck. Yeah, that was not the most effective. But again, I think we should be able to at least hold the cap. That's really too bad. I mean, this guy came over here, abandoned C for no reason, then he did not really support. New Mexico could give a flying fuck. Trolls in the house, what's happening? 1 week, no delay. 1 week with delay. Well, last week we did it, no delay. There's just a few times where I was just completely getting focused. Last week I wasn't playing that great to begin with, and then we had some people watching the stream, I believe. Alright. So this Akatsuki is going to be tempted to come back and flip this. I'm not going to leave this position right now. Because the Akatsuki with no support near him, we should be able to fuck him up. Pardon? Man, that was bold. Someone shoot him, please. Sign of life on my team. That's all I need. There you go. Fuck. That really sucks. Fuck you. Oh! That's why I wouldn't recommend abandoning caps, because then they can push through your fucking flank before you know it. But it's up to you. You can do whatever you want. Alright, let's try the Tash camp one more time for good luck. That's kind of the one drawback of the Belfast. No torps, so in those situations, I mean, that guy should not have been alive long enough to get away with that, but whatever. But like battleships, or if you're in a smoke cloud and someone's pushing you, you really don't have the defensive capabilities without those torps. But yeah, Belfast, I think, for ranked, should be a pretty solid pick. Alright, North Domination. Z-23 and Lightning. We do not want to get involved with those. At least close range where they got the sonar. The smoke sonar combo. Boy, just deny so. Alright, so we got one Cena up. What is the odds he's actually going to support us? Probably pretty low. We can zone B though, try and slow them down if they try and get in there. 750 global XP to blow Prince Eugen or Monarch? That's a good question. I don't have the Prince Eugen, but I think it's pretty damn close to the Hipper. I mean, the Monarch's a very solid ship, I can tell you that. I can't tell you anything about the Prince Eugen right now. My kind of fear for that ship is by the time I get the XP to get it, there might be something else more tempting. Okay, let's do one there. Just make it a little more difficult for them to get in here. They might not even be going for B. Usually when one ship in the back is abandoning, well, usually it's a long time. It's a clue that the rest of the team might not be playing B. A lot of people don't like to play B. But if their quote-unquote support ships are leaving the area, now he's not leaving in a massive hurry. He can still cover B without any issues. But it looks like he's tempted to go to A. Yeah, we might just get this for free. Put a chew in. Yeah, we're getting pretty close to needing one. Yeah, the hood's damn good. I like the hood. Yeah, giving up the hydro on the German cruisers. I mean, that's why they're so fearful for destroyers. They got just kick-ass range on the hydro. Alright, what do we want to do? I could go behind and support C from that direction. I can go this way and support C from that direction. Looks like there's a pretty decent fight in A. And our destroyer just died over there. We got 4 ships, they got 5 in A. We might as well get over to A and try and help them. Monarch better than the Vanguard, definitely. Yeah, the Vanguard has gradually gotten worse, even though they've been trying to improve it. What the fuck just spotted me? I'm surprised he can see me here. Get some AP going here. He's gonna give us broadside. And we got the fire going, so that decreases the value of that HE. There we go. Nice. Yeah, it was the Colorado spotting me. Interesting. Alright, if we can get in there and help these guys before these guys all crumble, I think the game would be won at that point. Prince Eugen. Gonna drop a smoke. I just want to make sure we're in a position where these guys can't get away from it. If you have the smoke and you're using it offensively, you want to have it in a position where you're going to be able to fire from it at targets for the duration of that smoke. Yeah, here we go. Now he's pretty well angled. We're going to try a couple AP just to see. Yeah, it's bringing up some damage. That'll push him out of his position. And we're going to basically do that to all these ships. Just push them where they're trying to hold back. We're going to get them out of here. Oh, shit. I forgot to extend that smoke cloud when I was deploying it. I think it's just a one puff. Yeah, it's not a very good smoke. This guy wants more. Oh, shit. come over here to support these guys and then they want to hold back. I don't even know if that dude to the north is playing or not. Fucking Iowa in the back, no kidding. Yeah. Clearly he's trying to torp me. We know that. Shit. There we go. Yeah, it's... Unfortunately, they're just not capitalizing on anything, so... This fucking Akatsuki can now permanently spot me, and this is the main downside of these fucking destroyers. It's just absolutely nothing I can do right now. I should never have gotten that close. See if we can take them with us. Fuck you, bitch. Wasn't really a good trade from him. Anyway, that's the Soviet DDs. I mean, that's how they play. Torpedo beats. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. That's the thing right there, though. Like, the only reason that was possible is because we knew they were coming. I didn't think they were coming that quick. But if we were dead in the water, we would not have dodged them. We began to move to basically get away from that thing. And then the torps popped up, and we had the speed. We weren't max speed by any ways, but we had enough speed to get moving and start dodging and weaving. So Tashcan I enjoy. We didn't really play that great of games in it today, but whatever. Yeah, why don't we try the hood since you guys would keep talking about the hood or the Monarch. Fucking Belfast is still sunk. Yeah, let's try the hood. Hey, Grendel, what's happening? Can the Monarch hold its own against the Iowa and Jean Varts? Yeah, I'd say so. Depends how you want to play it. If you're one of those guys that point broadside at them, no, it's not going to last very long, but you can definitely angle in it. Did you step into Spartan stream? Well, this isn't even peak saltiness here. We're kind of dialed it back a couple notches at least. Nolans, Fiji, Shores, Nuremberg. Those are just glorious ships to shoot at. The Hood, I'm starting to think, has a little bit lower pen than some of the battleships, but it is a solid cruiser killer. I wish we got some fucking stats in this game. What was the Akitsuki doing back there on the enemy team? I mean, he was coming back to... He saw me coming around them. It was actually a good counterplay. That was the one thing I was worried about, was that thing turning around, because he was the one on the cap initially, I believe. And I thought he would be so focused on my team that I could get away with doing what I did. But he turned around to counter me, and then that... You saw where he permanently lit me there. Even if I had max concealment on this, he still could have done that. He still could have kept me lit where I couldn't have seen him. And then all of his ships could have killed me. So that is the major weakness of these Soviet destroyers. Fire! Fire? The fuck are you doing, Nürnbergo? This is one of those WASD hackers. We're really gonna want to kill him. Man, I'm already getting my fucking shit kicked in. Where the fuck are these guys going? My god. Focus on something.
Problem solved, sir.
Yeah, this guy is not cooperating. this fucking game, man, I tell ya. What the fuck is so fascinating over here that they all have to get over there and shoot the one fucking ship? That's what I want to know. Through a rage compilation. I mean, all the streams should have a good chunk. This guy was trying to nuke me too with a single launch. What a little shit stain. Alright. Everyone on their fucking team has to kill their hood. That is the only thing any of them can see for some reason. I have no idea why. Hood is not necessarily a ship I want to play in a middle anchor position. Yeah, we're getting...
Torpedoes to starboard.
I'm starting to think more and more there's a little bit of a penetration issue with this thing. Or not an issue, but just one of those ships you gotta aim up a little bit. Let's try. What I want to be doing is shooting these fucking things, but the game won't allow me to. Classic lemming train, yeah, it's... They're not even doing anything is the problem. Like, this Atlanta is within range to kill this destroyer. Thanks for all the great content and help me become an average player. Oh, that's part of the goal here. Appreciate that. Thanks, Grundle. Oh, there's always room to improve, but the problem with this game, or you can view it as a problem or not. I kind of view it as an interesting aspect of it, but it's a game you gotta learn about. You can't just pick it up and be good at it. Like, when I first discovered World of Tanks, I just picked it up. It was like, yeah, I'm a pretty good video game player. Should be kicking ass. And I played, I don't know, 500 games, 1,000 games, however many games it was.
Torpedoes direct front.
I wasn't kicking ass. And I'm like, what the fuck? So,
Torpedoes direct front.
really love to kill this.
Torpedoes to port.
Why are you not doing anything? Anyway, it's just kind of rewarding. It takes time to learn about it, but you do get rewarded. Man, this guy's a fucking pain in my ass, man.
Torpedoes to starboard. Fire. Torpedoes to starboard.
From Russia with love.
Torpedoes to
Oh, we're not even Russian. I really want to fuck this guy up, I'll tell you that right now. You want to focus me the entire game? I will kill you. Motherfucker. Cracking. Come on, Maz. Alright. Like, we could see the torps. He's had them lit for like 5 minutes. He's shooting them once in a while. I know he is. But the torps miss. I can't believe it. Because destroyers are so fucking easy to torp. All he had to do was fire his guns 2 more times. This guy'd already be dead. Oh, he got him. Oh, the Atlanta actually shot a destroyer. Nice. More than just sailing around shooting ships. Exactly, yeah. There's, well, I mean, just the idea of armor angling. If you just pick this game up, you see the new players, they just sit there broadside like this. They get their shit kicked in left and right, and they're like, oh, man, I need some practice. They think I gotta work on my aim or something, you know? And I don't, it's a presumably a fairly hard concept to just figure out by playing the game, that if you're angled, you don't take much damage, if any, whereas if you're broadside, you take a lot. But if you take the time to research it, either by watching YouTube or going online or whatever, that's just one of many, many, many different aspects of the game that knowing about it will drastically improve your chances over people that don't know about it. Gonna ever upload in 1080? I don't know. What is this? Do what we can do. Charlemagne's a piece of shit. Yeah, they need the reload boosts on the French cruisers. I'm kind of tiring of the idea of the French cruisers. I think we're about to get torped here, by the way, but whatever. You only live once. You only live twice. I think I've quoted Bond titles twice in the last 5 minutes now. Where is this guy? Where's the torps? There they are. Alright, so we can tell exactly where he is just based on the plane landing there. Once that goes down, I turned a little too soon. If we turn after he loses sight of us, then they're probably going to think we're still going around the island. If he was paying attention to what I was doing, he probably saw me turn there. Oh. This could be a bit of an issue. Actually, we're proxy spotting the shores. He can't see us, so he's probably shitting the pants right now. I would get one ship on the cap. I mean, the shores can definitely torp me. I don't know what his battleship is over here. Oh, King George. Yeah, this is probably a fight I would lose against these two. Oh, baby. Penetration, yeah. Fuck. Should have saved that. So, I mean, I'm about to die. I don't know what this guy's doing. Budione's low health. He's charging in. That's a bold strategy. Really like to kill this thing if possible. I don't know why this guy didn't torp me. What's going on with him? Don't kill me. Oh, shit! Oh, penetration. Yeah, confirm it. Do one on you. Maybe go for the ram? Oh, he sure did. No, he double fired us. 1 billion Mutsuki gun challenge. Oh, I think I'm traumatized from that last one. Yeah, that's shores, man. You do not want to be close to a battleship in the shores. I got news for you. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate that. Is anyone getting targeted when not spotted? I mean, it's definitely possible. You can blind fire ships if they're in smoke, or even if they're not in smoke. God, I had a sweet video the other day. Maybe it's the one I'm doing for my Sims member tonight. There was one where the guy, it was like Akatsuki or something, like 8 kilometers away from me, and just when I got spotted, I kind of guessed where he was, and I shot really long range and actually hit the guy. It was probably one of my best shots I've ever taken. I can't remember which game it was, though. Alright, this should be loss-proof, even though this was like pulling teeth. Yeah, the Hood's a good fucking ship, man. If you guys like battleships. Hood and Monarch, I'd recommend both of them. Fisting only occurs in the NASA, yeah. Yeah, I don't think it has the reload of the Martel though. It's not a bad. Charlemagne's not bad. I just don't. What it offers over the Algeria, I'm not 100% sure. Oh my god. I just want to see the score here. Since we've been dying early every game, we haven't really looked at any scoreboards. He lacks nicotine, yeah. I actually quit for like 2 weeks and then I relapsed. Who does mean if you can avoid getting hit? I think you can... It's not the sturdiest all-time shit, but you can angle pretty successfully in it. The guns, I think you just kind of have to really know what you're shooting at. And if it's pretty heavily armored, just aim up a bit. There you go, Atlanta. Atlanta probably ended up having a decent game. Even though he was absolutely refusing to support me early on. That was one where I almost uninstalled the game within like 2 minutes. How frustrated I was. And then we just kind of calmed down, changed it up a little bit. Came out on top. Yeah, the Atlanta ended up doing pretty good. High caliber on that. It's pretty good. The rest of these scrub lords didn't do too bad either. I mean... Good, not great. What's up, Precision? How you doing? Tried nicotine patches, but they taste like crap. Is the hood not on sale right now? Or are you talking about just a pure sale? I want to see what's going on today. Look at all these losses. Alright, 1, 2, 3 and 1, 4 and 1, 5 and 1, 6 and 1, 7 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 and 4, 9 and 4. Actually, we've been doing alright. Rocketfish coming in hot. None of my friends play well, so it's nice to be able to come here and chat with you. Well, we're glad to have you here, man. Yeah, that's why I like doing the streams personally. It's just the chance to talk to everyone. And hopefully you guys get a chance. And it seems like you guys interact with each other pretty well, too. So that's all positive stuff for me. That's really why I do the live streams. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Thought you said prolapsed. OG Atlanta player. He did all right. I understand him trying to get out of that center kind of open area, but then you're still responsible for the middle area unless they clear out of it. Then they all were focused on that hood over there. It's like, yo, what about your own hood? Keep this fucking thing alive, you know? Can I give your boy Lennox a shout out? Keep grinding, man. Sorry for swearing so much. Oh, the 12K dubs, yeah. Normandy coming in hot with the... Ooh, the Monarch, okay. Yeah, if you guys want to see the Monarch, I think it's actually relatively similar. The hood is very nimble. I mean, it's one of the most agile battleships you're really going to find. Monarch, I don't think it has that same characteristic. I'll have to refresh my memory here, but it's like a ship if you angle well, you can go the distance. It's got pretty damn good accuracy, it seems like. Thank you, Boots. Appreciate that. Marblehead? That's always an option. Alright. We got Iowa, Richie, Bismarck.
Let's get to it.
Dump some of the credits into booster flags. Can you buy booster flags with credits? The problem is I got like 1,000,000 booster flags too. Although if you could buy the XP ones, the green XP ones, then maybe we could get the Eugen a little sooner. Tashkent, what do they got for DDs? Kagero, Z23, Fletcher. Oh. It's not a shot I want taking the side. This might be a... Fuck, dude. This might be a massive problem right here. We'll see. Like, I want to turn away right now and angle, but this fucking guy is right there. Like, basically what he's doing. Nice shot. Try Tenet on the hood. I don't have any points in Tenet. I was looking at his inspiration the other day, though. I think I'm going to put him up to 11 just to see if... My theory is always if you're taking a 10k shot in the Citadel, shaving 1,000 off of it's not going to really solve your problems. At that point, you're kind of fucked anyways, but I might be wrong about that, because that is a significant reduction. There we go. There's a fucking 20k shot on you, Boyle. Yeah, the Monarch just drops bombs. Kind of reminds me of like a tier 7 Warspite almost. Those of you that know what I'm talking about. Oh, he's stopping. There goes your nose. Jody, the Monarch leaves a lot to be desired. Yeah, it's definitely not like the Hood. I feel like it's better than the Vanguard, though, probably. The Vanguard, I spent so much time and energy defending that ship when the game came out. And then they just ruined the accuracy, and now I'm like, I'm done with you. Say what? I think they got our DD threat over here. Why don't you go ahead and get on the cap there, Tashkent? This guy just does not give a fuck, does he? This is kind of a angled BB versus non-angled BB showcase. You can see the difference. They've managed to get 10k off of me, most of which I can heal back. If one of these ever pens, you should go down. There we go. Oh, we got a guy in C. Holy shit. Look at the overload in the southwest. Come on, guys. Let's pay attention here. This is the stupidest fucking thing. Trying to ping a base that has some shit behind it. In terms of actual gameplay, I think that would be the best improvement they could make. I'm done with you. Seems like a more conventional Nelson. Possibly. I would never load HE in this one, though. Alright, so they got Kagero or Z23. Both of those are going to be very hard to deal with without some support here. Fortunately, the good support with a lot of life is occupied by sniffing this guy's rear. This Tashkent's not going to be really motivated to do a lot. Yeah, this is a pretty dangerous situation right here. Like, even if this guy got spotted, maybe did one salvo. We'll see how much health this destroyer has. If we even spot him before he kills us. You can see the power of the destroyer here. There are 4 ships sitting there with no one spotted north of them. this guy's pushing in. He might be more focused on that. Nice shot, dingus.
Torpedoes to port.
Fuck. He gone!
Attention. Reporting the target position.
Did a great job screening those torps, I'll give him that. Here's a 5K spot on that guy, that hurts. Mint Conditions his name. His ship, not so much. So, let's see if he uses his sonar or not. If he does, pushing him into smoke's going to be very dangerous. If he doesn't, we'll outspot him by a kilometer and fuck him up. High risk, low reward.
All stations.
No, I'm just kidding. High reward. We want to get this fucking Z-23 out of here. No! Oh, me duele.
To port.
Ah!
We've sprung a leak. We're filling up fast.
Finally, the Benson decides to come over here and deal with this. Or the Fletcher, even. In which case, I might just get out of here and let him deal with that. Although if he sees me turning and then he turns away, that would be a problem. Hello, Governor. Alright, he's low enough. Fletcher, can he handle this? Oh yeah, he can handle this. He's got this, don't worry about it. Come on, keep shooting your guns. Should have a 3-second reload. Why aren't they going off? Oh. Shoot him, dude. Why the fuck are you in the smoke cloud? Oh my god. You need to be able to recognize, like, I cannot let that guy get away. That could cause major problems.
Requesting fire on the designated target.
Torpedoes to port. Torpedoes astern.
Requesting assistance.
Shoot the fucking guy, man.
Stations. Requesting fire support.
He's gonna have to do everything. Jesus.
Enemy destroyer sunk.
I need support! Ugh! How about you fucking leave if you're got a destroyer up your ass? Jesus. Like, our cruiser Shores should have radar. I don't know why he can't deal with this destroyer. This guy, I hope to God he can recognize where the destroyer is based on the torp position. That's your only job in life, man, is to go kill that thing. Alright, let's get back to business. Oh, there he is.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
Nothing. Should be able to wreck the Iowa, though. Your boy says he gone all the time. Ooh! Alright. Is this loss proof? This should be loss proof, right? What I'm going to do is move up here along this line, get crossfires on these guys, and be in a position to get B if we need it. We do have a sizable lead, but you never know. Shores could be killed at any time, one shot. This thing's half health. This thing's really low. So you can't just look at the ship count and be like, oh, this is wrapped up. Colorado full health, Bismarck 2/3. With the Kagero on the loose that the Fletcher is not inclined to deal with. Which is extremely aggravating.
Reporting the target position.
Tactic, you out of here? Alright, man. Take her easy. These teammates are hilarious. Like, what is this fucking guy doing? I want to know.
Stone the crows.
I would definitely be stoning those crows. Oh, shit. Dope Boy D9 is this guy's name. Try and get rid of that Mayoko if we could, but no. Just bundled up into a ball, the entire team. We're angled. We're not worried. The Kagero, though, we should be worried about. He's clearly on A. He might be coming here. Maybe that back gun got through. It looked like it. Let's see if it hits. James, thanks for subbing.
Enemy cruiser destroyed. Is in sight.
Tell them to get back and they have the nerve to ask for support.
On Neptune's beard. All forces, provide cover for that target. Stone the crows.
This fucking Fletcher is just completely negligent. Like, in his mind, he should be like, what can I possibly do? Oh, fucking up a Kagero would be extremely easy to do. Maybe I'll do that. Doesn't ever occur to him. He's decided to follow me around. Like some lost little puppy.
Attention. Reporting the target
Do a
position.
pickle pirate? I got plenty of destroyers on the books today. What is this guy pissing his pants about? Don't worry, guys. I got everything under control. Since none of you guys can shoot destroyers or cap bases or anything. Got a lot of downtime and you a dope boy. Play Stone the Crows with I need intel or spots. That would be brilliant. And I've requested it numerous times, trust me. So now we've created the crossfires since our whole team's in one ball. What you need to do as a battleship, create crossfires. So we moved north, got into position. Now if this guy wants to angle, i.e. point his ass towards them, we're going to have access to that broadside. Or the nose. Either way, he wants to point towards the bulk of the people shooting at him. That bulk is dwindling, so...
Victory is in sight.
Looks like we'll probably win on score here any second, though. Ah, come on. Not even 100k, but I thought it was a pretty effective game overall. Monarch's not a huge HP ship, only 55k. Pretty good super heal-esque. And he drops the smoke. Appreciate the effort. There we go. No! He was the chew, yeah. Kind of calmed my anger down a little bit. You don't know how they get to tier 7 and still don't know the basics. I mean, it just takes time, you know? Yeah, not bad. Alabama did pretty good, too. Shores, Scharnhorst. I mean, if you get 4 or 5 guys over 2k, that's a good team. So I'm not going to bitch these guys out. Fletcher, though, if he would have killed that Kagero, their top player, would have been a little bit more helpful. Okay. Let's see, what time is it? 1:30. I think I better get rolling here. I'm actually going to go for a walk around a lake. First, like, hot day around here since September, August. I don't know. But I don't know. We had a fairly good look at the Soviet destroyers, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I think the key still for that line is the staying away from their support ships. Kind of the main key. You can see when we didn't do that, i.e. the pod game got fucked up when we did it. Had a pretty good game overall. David Gray coming in hot with a mic drop. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Great turnout today. I think we probably hit close to 200 and had a huge crew watching for the entire stream. So I appreciate everyone watching. Hopefully, if you don't mind, you can hit that like button before we go. That would help that out. Appreciate that. The support's been amazing. We had Ace, Jade numerous times, Labor Peasant, Butts for the win, Grendel, Rocketfish, Boots, David Gray, all coming in with donations. Appreciate that very much. Thank you very much, guys. Becoming one with the Force, yeah. So that was fun. A little less cranky than last week. I think last week it was because I was off of the chew. Maybe that's why I was so pissed off the whole time. Yeah, we'll get you next time, Stylo. Just remind me. I think, let's see, this week coming up. What did I have off? Can't remember. We'll get at least one stream in this week. Maybe a midweek stream, possibly. Possibly. We'll see. Anyway, it's going to do it here. Hope y'all have a great weekend, and we'll see y'all later. All right, peace.